Welcome to Our Morning Take. Man, is that hot? My name is Frank Johnson.
And I'm Abraham Lawrence.
I'm Nick Seaman.
And I'm Tim Goetz.
And our goal here is to belittle one. No, actually, it's not. Our goal here is to describe for you the movie that's going on in our head when we read the Bible. Today is Friday? Thursday?
No,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday. Hey, Crystal.
It's hump day.
Hump day, Crystal.
Yeah.
It is November the 1st. That's why I was thinking Friday. I know we're in a new month. It's November
Yeah.
the 1st. November, that was...
You know what that means?
It's the Roman numeral 11.
It's time for Christmas lights.
Yeah, there you go.
And Hallmark movies.
Actually, it's the Roman numeral 9. What was I thinking? It's the Roman numeral 9. Novem. N-O-V-E-M. Right, Nick?
Yeah.
Professor?
Sounds good.
Yeah. October.
He said sounds good.
Octo is the Latin word for 8.
Yes.
And so October is the 8th month. November is the 9th month. Decem, December, is the 10th month. And most of you out there, especially the kids, are going, Mr. Johnson's crazy because November's the 11th month and December's the 12th month. But the problem is that the Romans actually started their calendar in March. So March is their first month. So April is their second month. May is the third month. June is named after... No, I don't. June is named after some god, wasn't it? The fourth month.
Yeah,
Juno?
Juno,
And then July
which
was...
is like the Latin version of Zeus.
And July is the 5th month, and he's named after Julius Caesar. And then August is the 6th month, and it was named after Augustus Caesar. And Septem, now we actually start with the Latin number. Septem is the number for 7, Octo 8, Novem 9, and December is 10. And there you go. That's your Latin lesson for the day.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
I know Tim did. I know he learned something. Stop it, Abe.
I didn't say anything.
You know, Abraham Jr. will appreciate all this.
I know he
We need to
will.
get him back on here.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, he said Tim bothered him or something last time he was here. Wasn't
No,
it
what-
Tim's problem?
No, it wasn't me.
No, he was just having a bad day.
He
He's
just-
good. He's good.
First off, and I told Nick about this, he had never met Nick, and you're sitting in his seat. Like that was his seat. And so we really should have probably thought about that before.
I would
Oh, no, that's
gladly
all
move
good.
to another one.
That's
Yeah.
all good.
So, Junior, if you ever want to come back, buddy, Nick says he'll let you have your seat back.
I'll let him know when I get home.
We're in Genesis chapter 43. We're in the middle part of this week, and we're in the middle part of this chapter. Anyway, so Jacob has come up with a plan. They'll go back to Egypt, but they're going to take some. They're going to take some gifts with them. They're going to take a lot of money with them, and maybe, or whatever happens, Jacob is willing to go with whatever happens. Whatever happens, you're in God's hands, and I believe everything's going to work out. So in verse 15 it says, "So the men took this present, and they took double the money in their hand, and Benjamin, and then they arose and went down to Egypt and stood before Joseph." So they weren't going down to stand before him without him. So they've got him. And Joseph saw Benjamin with them. It says, when Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he said to the house steward, "Bring the men into the house and slay an animal and make ready, for the men are to dine with me at noon." So the man did as Joseph said, and he brought the men to Joseph's house. Now this bothered the brothers, Nick, because the men were afraid, because they were brought to Joseph's house. And this really becomes such a Jewishy thing. You know how Jews, they just worry about everything. They're like, what? Now we're going to his house? It's because the money
Yeah, that's what
that
they're
was
thinking. The
returned in
first
our
thing they're
sacks.
thinking.
The first time that we're being brought in, that he may seek occasion against us. He'll fall upon us. He'll take us for slaves, and even our donkeys.
He says he's going to have us over for dinner, but he's going to have us for dinner.
It seems like that's opposite from the way they should be thinking because because of me and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm going to his house.
But you see,
He's
you
got
gotta-
me as his get.
You got to think as Jews think. It's always the next shoe is about to fall off. That's
Yeah.
what, honestly, and you know they get this. They get this correctly because Jews have always been treated that way. It's like they're always welcome until they're not welcome anymore, and then it's like, and then get the heck out. And that's kind of the way in Egypt. They were doing great for about 300 years in Egypt. And then some Pharaoh comes along that's never heard of this Joseph cat, and he's making Israel's life horrible. So that's the way the Jews have felt like always. It's always something in it, Abe.
Oh yeah, always something. Here's the thing: if they were after the money, that would have been the first thing they said as soon as they rolled up.
Where's our money?
Yeah, that would have been the first thing.
No, come on in the house.
Yeah.
Let's get you in a quiet place
Yeah,
where they
we're gonna eat, drink, and be merry. No worries.
they can't hear the swords.
They're gonna bring us to Joseph's house to kill us.
So anyway, being the Jewish people that they are, they came near to Joseph's house steward and they spoke to him at the entrance of the house. So it's like we got to get the 911 before we the
411.
Before we need the 911.
As the kids say, the T. I believe they say they have to get the T.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea.
I haven't even heard that one yet.
I haven't either. Abe is
Yeah.
really up on this. stuff.
I'm not. I heard my wife
You
say.
guys should be more up than Abe. Y'all the one to work with him.
I know,
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm saying.
but
The T.
we
gotta
command
get the T.
respect, though. We don't try to get down on their level.
Shots fired at Brandon and Kelly.
What's that? Abe, what's that other thing you told me though? We were talking about bling or whatever the heck that. Like that's something.
Dripping or something
Dripping.
like that.
Yeah.
Like if you're like dressed like they would consider what I'm wearing to be drippy, which means it's nice.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
But would they though?
Yeah, they would. If they had any fashion sense, they would.
I'm with you, Tim.
Yeah.
Verse 20.
I think it's cool.
They
I
said,
appreciate that, Nick. Somebody's got some
drippy.
taste. Somebody's got some
That's-
taste around here.
That's the T. You're very drippy.
I know what it is. You dressed up for the special luncheon that they had.
He was
for you.
waiting for that all day long.
His church had a special luncheon for Abe. It was
Yeah.
a senior citizen lunch.
Yeah. So yeah.
everybody over 55?
Yeah, he posted out on Facebook like it was funny. I didn't even know about it until Nikisha told me.
like one of his dad
It
jokes.
was funny.
Yeah.
It's a dad joke.
It was something like, "Oh, they're having a lunch for me for all I've done for the church over the years." I was just like,
Was it Pastor Appreciation?
Well,
'Cause this is Pastor Appreciation
yeah, but
Month.
they had a seniors lunch today also. So
Oh, okay.
And I made a joke on Facebook. I said it's nice, and I commented on Nikisha's thing, and I said it's really that's nice that y'all are doing this event just for Abe.
Just for Abe.
Because
He's
he
the
does
only
so
one
much
that's
for
over
the church.
55 there.
I was zinging him on his age.
Him and Mama Kay, that's it.
yeah, we were the only two at the luncheon. Anyway,
So anyway,
go ahead. Let's get back to this.
So the brothers are talking to the Lord, and then they said, "Oh my Lord, we indeed came down the first time to buy food, and it came about that when we came to the lodging place, that we opened our sacks, and behold, each man's money was in the mouth of his sack, our money in full. So we brought it back in our hand, and we've also brought down other money in our hand to buy food. We do not know who put our money in our sacks." You can just hear the tension in the voice. You can just,
But-
they're probably just one after the other, bam,
Yeah,
bam, bam.
and
It's
I'm
like,
just
don't
like,
forget
whoa,
Tillman.
the steward is
Tillman.
probably like,
I don't even
what
know
are you
anything
guys-
about
yeah.
any of this.
The steward is just like, guys, we're just trying to have dinner.
Yeah.
Like, what are you even talking
just
about?
having a dinner.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're like, no, we got to tell them the whole story so they don't think that we're trying to,
Oh,
blow
my
smoke or whatever.
Goodness, man.
And so the steward, and I can hear this in his voice too, be at ease. Y'all, settle down.
Chill.
Yeah, exactly. Do not be afraid. Your God and the God of your father has given you treasure in your sacks. Wow. So you see, the steward doesn't even know. He doesn't even know where they got the money. If you got the money back, that came from your God. Joseph's not lost any money. I had your money. Then he brought Simeon out to them. So that was nice, too. This ought to show that it's a peace offering. Here's your brother. He's out of prison. Here's your brother back. We're all good now, right?
Hopefully. They're like, oh, they're going to kill us all together.
And then the man brought the men into Joseph's house and gave them water, and they washed their feet, and he gave their donkeys fodder, so they prepared the present for Joseph's coming at noon, for they had heard that they were to eat a meal there. So they finally figured it out. This is what we're here for. We're here to just have dinner, and the donkeys are fed. They're about to eat. Our feet are washed. We're ready to recline at the table. I've got nothing else going on. I think it's Wednesday. And I think I'm done for the day. Man, we've had a good week, Abe.
We have.
I'm telling you. See you guys tomorrow.